Welcome to the Unofficial Sex Therapist,
where we dive deep into the world of intimate relationships and explore topics related to sex, sexuality, communication, and personal growth. Join us as we navigate through the complexities of human intimacy and provide insights, real experiences, advice, and expert interviews.
Whether you're seeking guidance or simply curious about the fascinating realm of sex, our podcast offers a safe and non-judgmental space for exploration and education.
Tune in and let's embark on a journey towards a healthier, fun, and more fulfilling sexual life.
What up, everybody? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm your host, Tiffany Campbell. Tonight's topic tonight, we're going to be talking about the world of sex toys and how we can actually embrace it and then to help building our relationships and intimacy. Tonight's guests, we have three great folks that's going to be joining me tonight to actually have this topic of, it's a really important conversation because for me, for one, sex toys is me being a gadget freak. I like trying different things, that may not agree with everybody, but it does for me. So tonight we're actually going to we got three folks here. We have Miss T, Miss Toy Lady.
Hello.
She's going to be sharing some expert tips and the fact that she sells toys and she's been doing it for a number of years. She can actually give us some expertise about different various toys that are for couples, singles, and no matter what, type of your sexuality and where you come from. She'll be able to help us out with that. Then with our next guest, we have Mr. Marlon here. Mr. Marlon here has, he's a master barber and a master stylist. So you know how it is when you go to the barbershop and you're in the hair salon. He's the one that be knowing all the conversation and the gossip and what they talk about.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that.
So he can actually share some his own personal experience as well as what he knows from just hearing conversations, in his craft. And then last but not least, we have the real Kevin Lyles, the producer, promoter, director. Got shows on Tubi and whatnot. So I'll let him give a little bit of information about himself. But he comes from a wealth of background too when it comes to relationships, and he's hosted his own lives. He's done podcasts and whatnot too. So I'm enjoying the fact that we got a well-diverse group of guests tonight. So let's get into it. For one, I would like to say that a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about sex toys. Number one, just from the history of it, a lot of people think that sex toys is just dropped out of the air for women to use, but it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, it's not just women that's buying them. You got couples that's buying them. You got different, people that's, regardless if you're, heterosexual, homosexual, or trans or whatever, everybody's buying sex toys. So it's not just women that's buying them. We're going to talk about that. Not to mention the fact that, me being a gadget freak, I'm, if you come from a freaky nature, it's not just about being single and just trying to get a gadget. People buy gadgets for themselves. They buy toys for their spouses. It's a lot of different reasons why people buy toys. Even back in the day, historically, when toys first came out, centuries ago, they were actually made, and it was a medical device for women, women that were either hysterical. I think it treated hysterical women, but, it was a way to be able to calm women down that had anxiety. So there's a lot of history, if you do your research, it's a lot of history behind sex toys and the reason why they came about. Of course, they've evolved over the years and changed a whole lot. I think everybody had their first experience with a sex toy, or at least most of the people did. Yes. I think when a sex toy I think either I discovered a sex toy or it discovered me. When I think I was like in maybe fifth grade. I was doing some snooping in my, in one of my parents' rooms or somewhere, and I discovered a dildo. I was like, oh shit, what is this? Right. So I discovered it, and I was curious about it and stuff. And, and that kind of led into me, wanting to try sex toys, and I hate to say at a very young age, but It did, but let's get into tonight. I'll start off with Miss Toy so she can give us a little bit about her background dealing with sex toys.
Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Miss T. I am the toy lady. I've been the toy lady since like 2002. I started in the industry just out of curiosity. I saw how the industry was beginning to boom. It had already been booming, but it was growing ever so greatly at that time. So I too started as a young child, snooping in my parents' secret boxes. Came across dad's porn, mom's videotapes, and whatnot, and I watched. And from that point on, I was intrigued, and it just progressed from that point on. Fast forward to I turned 21 and found that hard plastic vibrator. I have it over here. And it was the toy that gave me my first real orgasm. So in my past, my relationship with sex wasn't so good. I'll say that the relationship wasn't good. It was through trauma. So with that being said, I wasn't familiar with my own body.
Mhm.
So, and I know we'll get to that further on in the conversation, but I wasn't familiar with my own body. So by the time I reached age 21, I found that plastic hard vibrator and I used it and I focused and I reached my orgasm. So I learned in that moment that I was pleasing them all the time. So then it became me pleasing me. So
because you find a lot of women that have probably then start out using sex toys, and they started out their relationships with having sex with an actual
With their
male or
partner.
female.
Uh-huh.
But speaking on it from a female perspective, where women never knew or never experienced an orgasm, they was just having sex just to be having sex,
right.
and they never and it wasn't until their late adult years before they actually had an orgasm. And many women still to this very day still have not had that experience.
I mean, I thought my vagina was ugly. I mean, it was like, I'm not touching it. I didn't want to touch it, but I finally touched it and reached that point of climax that there's no returning from. So
So you felt that the sex toy actually helped you.
it did, absolutely. It showed me what I should be feeling when I reach a particular orgasm. Squirting and being wet is two different things from reaching an orgasm. So I learned that through that process also.
Yeah, that's a whole nother
It's a
conversation.
whole nother. So with sex toys, I just learned from that. Did some researching. I started doing vendor events. I went to a few expos. The adult video news was a immaculate business concept that they had, where they would give awards for their porno movies and magazines and whatnot. So I was a part of that crowd in that industry back then. And fast forward, I also I worked at 2 swingers clubs. I worked at erotic clubs, and with all that, sex toys is always involved. So I was always a part of that sex type of industry. With the lifestyle, I would set up tables and present toys and sell toys to the guests at different parties. And even to this day, I still do bachelorette parties, private parties. I come out, set up a table, show toys, talk about toys, and talk about things that are pretty much taboo in the sex toy industry.
Yeah, and like I said, I think one of the misconceptions about sex toys is that even with the toy parties that seem like mostly seem like it's catered to women,
Yes.
they're usually you guys always have toys that are for both sexes. It's not just providing pleasure for females. It's also having something that's for the man,
Yes.
for the man, and also that could be used for couples. That was one of my things, is that I never wanted to feel like I was selfish and having my just taking care of myself. If I was in a relationship, I always tried to have a toy, get a toy that we both could use or both share together. I have it's a couple of my favorites that I actually sleep. I have a couple of toys that when I say I sleep with under my pillow, they sleep with under my pillow no matter who's sleeping next to me. So, you may roll over and try to cuddle, and you may run across this right here, and it'd be like you be bumping and it'd be like, hey, or you may run into this one right here. You roll over and try to cuddle with me, and you're gonna see, hey, what's this up under here? hey, that's my friend. Don't hey, it's right there for a reason. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Eat at a steak. Eat at a steak. Eat at a steak. You might be tripping.
Yeah,
Eat at a steak.
right. Don't get jealous.
Right.
Don't get jealous. Our third. Hey.
Right.
But Marlon, tell me a little bit about your experience with sex toys.
Well, in my experience, mine came at a little later on in age, and by way of marriage per se or whatever. And my wife and I was trying to elevate our sex life. My ex-wife, and
that's not why she your ex, huh?
No, yeah, part of it. But anyway, I think I grew her in that area. She introduced me to a vibrator, and it was the little silver bullet.
Okay.
Or whatever, and at the time when I was using it with her, like you said, you try not to be selfish in your interaction with her. She was selfish in her interaction with her, whatever, and I didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as engaging in that manner, you know what I'm saying?
What was her sign?
She was a Pisces.
A Pisces. Oh wow! Look, I'm gonna sip on that because
I'm a Pisces.
She was a Pisces.
You a Pisces too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh Lord.
That's your famous toy right there.
There it is. There it is. It looked just like that.
Oh, so it's the one that got the little string on it.
Yes,
Right.
that's that one. I knew which one he was talking about.
But see that one, that's a good one. You can work the more control, really. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
you could control the speed.
Right. That is a good one.
Yeah.
And I learned that a little bit later on. But I think the whole portion of it that was bad for me was I think the misuse of it with her, you know what I'm saying, without me engaging with her in it, you know what I'm saying? I think that
she got used to it.
That was it kind of like I think it desensitized her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it did, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying?
So let me make sure I get this right. So you introduced her to the toy, she introduced it to you.
We kind of like corroborated in it. Like I went to the sex store and I grabbed it and I said,
y'all didn't go together?
No.
Okay, so you bought it.
You out,
I'm a little out there. I'm trying.
man, she left you out. Cold blooded.
She did from time to time. I mean, I'm not mad at her for it, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not available all the time. So, that's
just like a friend. Just like a friend. Leave you behind.
So tell me about your experiences with sex toys.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Honestly, I was young, but I discovered condoms at 10. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Because we used to put water in them.
Right.
And throwing like water balloons.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But I had this.
Didn't know what they were.
I had this dream to get my mother out the ghetto. So I say I'm gonna be. I played sports, football and basketball. So I said, I'm gonna go to a league, but I ain't gonna have a bunch of babies when I go. So my mother thought we were still putting water in the condoms, but I was using them because I discovered masturbation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
And so the first time that I had explosion, I want to tell my mama, I got this white shit coming up. I didn't know what it was, but I know that I had to cover it up. So from that fast forward to probably around about, I heard women would talk about it briefly,
How old were you?
I mean, I was in my 30s though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My early 30s, because promoting concerts at the strip clubs and
Right.
you hearing about it. But my first actual use, which was like Marlon said, I didn't know my wife had a bullet until I went look for a spare key because she had me blocked in. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I got one of my homegirls that was doing passion parties, and she turned me on to the cock ring.
Yeah.
It's called Double Pleasure Cock Ring.
Right. Almost like this, huh?
It's like
no. It's way. Hold on.
It looks like
no, it don't look like. It's way better than that. But
how you know you ain't never tried this one?
Trust me, I know. Hey, I'm not only president. I tried. So This one here is so potent. You plug it in the wall like your cell phone, and it works underwater.
These do too. These are what you plug them up.
But Tiff, I'm trying to.
You ain't bring it. Why you ain't bring it?
Because I leave that at the highs, man. I mean, I got pictures of it I share.
Okay, that's all right.
But what I'm saying is though, so it was when she turned me on, I bought two. Cause the first time I used one on my wife, she liked it. She was like, yeah, but we still didn't have a good sexual relationship. That's why I left. You know what I'm saying? She was a Scorpio, but she was a fake Scorpio. Most Scorpio women, most Scorpio women are very aggressive.
He a Scorpio.
No, but am I right though? Scorpio women are very aggressive. I mean, I dated a few other Scorpio women that if I came home from work, I ain't took no shower, I fall asleep, I wake up, they done took me a bed bath and got my pants around my knees, scrubbing my joint and everything, finna get ready to sing on the mic. So that's a Scorpio woman, a true Scorpio woman. But the one I married was a fake one. But what I'm saying is, but she like that double pleasure cock ring because what it does, it had 10 speeds. I mean, you could go through all. It's a bad joint.
I think that
and so right. Yeah. So I ended up buying 2 of them.
Most of them come in at least 10 speed.
But 10, right?
10.
Yeah, but I got I bought 2 of them, and they to this day I go buy another one because that works for me. It's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because once you get swole, you know what I'm saying? It's difficult taking them off. You know what I'm saying?
Take it off when you swole.
Yeah. So sometimes you got to, but that's what I did. So I like them. I recommend it. Get you a cock ring. Matter of fact, you need to have one in your pocket like this one right here. A little old manual cock ring.
Oh Lord, you finna pull out something?
Yeah, I got it. I think I got it.
Came prepared.
He came prepared. Oh, you done left it. Look, you done left it somewhere.
Nah, I done dropped it. Hold up. Nah, I got it. Okay, this right here, even though it's small, but it stretches. So that's the in case of emergency. That's in case of emergency. When you put that around your shaft and around your scrotum, and it's gonna listen, bro. It's gonna go like from your wrist to your forearm. Right. So you could be hitting it from the back and then pull out and put that cock ring on, she's gonna look back like she a new meter. What was that? Talking about, you know, come back and they used to have your partner hiding in the closet and y'all run a train on the secret. Yeah, he might be bigger than you, or you might be bigger than him.
She said, "No, wait a minute now, you cheating."
Oh my God.
So let's talk real quick about some of the misconceptions about sex toys, right? So a lot of I think I made a post about this on Facebook about men, some men, I ain't saying all men, feeling intimidated about women having sex toys. And one of the things that I think that I kind of look at it as being is that, sex toys is just a means to an end. At least for me, it is. It does not replace a person. It's not meant to replace a person. If you really think about it from a man's perspective, it's just it's no different to me than a man jacking off. Like, women, they need something to be able to, to use to help stimulate them. So, if they're not using their own fingers, which, sometimes if they're not familiar with their G-spot or know how to get themselves off with their hands or with their fingers, they need something to insert, or they need something to stimulate their clit. Because you got vaginal stimulation and you got clitoral stimulation and then you got anal.
And that's learned. You got to learn that.
You got
to learn it.
Can I answer that question though?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I have some homeboys that feel like that they don't want their woman to use them, period. They feel like that is something to replace them. My thing is, the only problem I have, and I tell them guys, hey man, if you with your woman, you doing everything you being all you can be, and you ain't bringing it to that point, because you don't want to use no toy, then don't get mad. Once you get over there, roll over, start snoring, she gonna get her rose or a bullet because you didn't finish the job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing a man probably have a problem with, is that he done put through his back guy trying to please her, and
it ain't even about
that. And then she go over there and just to finish off, and she make more noise with that toy than she did with him. That he should have a problem.
Right.
But me personally, I'm gonna buy you everything you want to get. So long as I can work remote control, be a fly on the wall, right. I'm gonna get it for you. I want you to be happy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you to be happy.
Because trust me, it do make us happy. I mean, when I say, for me, when I before I even would go out, like if I know I'm going out with the girls or whatever and going out because I'm not necessarily going out to go meet anybody or anything like that. I give me one just so I don't make no dumb decisions, because I'm, I may be a little bit horny.
I understand that.
So I done took care of myself. So I'm not looking for none of that when I go somewhere, when I go out. But
I want to walk in and catch you though.
Well, this is the thing.
That's the turn on point. Yeah, you walk in and catch me like, hey.
But check it out. I dealt with a woman. This woman here was on another level. She had all type of stuff when I met her, and she picked up a whole lot more stuff when we got together.
Why?
She picked it up because I wanted to experiment with her. I want to experiment with her. I want to see what that do.
But she was open.
She was open for it, and so when we dated, man, it was like it was easier on the man per se. You know what I'm saying? Because in pleasing the woman or whatever, every woman had their different spots. They had their different areas riding the zone.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to be true with you, they have some gadgets that it's no way in hell that a man's tongue can do, but some of these things do.
That's right.
So we just gonna be real with that. And as far as size and girth and all that type of stuff, it's nothing to be intimidated about, because I mean, like I said, it's some niggas out here, excuse my French, it's some dudes out here that they can put 13 in them. So it's either you gonna have 13 at home that that you're working with her, or you gonna have 13 or 10 somewhere else. I mean, if you're not working with that, I mean, that's what it is.
And to me, a lot of the intimidation factor comes with men believing or thinking, some men believing and thinking that she's going for something bigger than them or something better than them. And it usually isn't. If I'm going to the toy store and this is the intimidation factor here. If he's this size, of course, she's going to bring home this, and she probably shouldn't. Don't intimidate him with this. If he is a small, normal, I don't want to say small, but if he's a normal 6.
So is that the average one right
this
there?
This one is a little below the average, just a little below the average. And this one is a little like...
no, that's a lot above.
Depends on who you
a lot above. It depends. So a lot of the intimidation factor comes from the size and the girth and whatnot that the men feel like that's what the women are looking for. But a lot of us don't even insert our toys. A lot of us only do clitoral stimulation.
Yeah,
or vice versa. And some of us are G-spot erogenous zone women.
Because that's all I need. All I need is this little thing right here, just on my clit. Yeah, I got that suction on. I can go to whatever speed I want.
I'm gonna send you a picture of a new one though.
Oh, listen, I don't care how new it all worked the goddamn same. All I gotta just put it on one. It's only one spot that I need to stick this on, and it's gonna go poop.
That's how
and that's it.
And being patient enough with.
And I would show dude like, okay, watch where I'm putting this at.
Mm-hmm.
This way you need to be putting your tongue at. This way you need to be stimulating.
But you know what? Actually, you know what it starts out with though? It starts with the communication. A lot of men don't ask a woman what she like.
And
you gotta ask, say, baby, what you like? You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you like. I'm not gonna get, and we're gonna go down the list of what you like. Cause all about please her. Cause you please her, she gonna please you.
Absolutely.
And
you know what I'm
saying? And another to piggyback on top of that, a lot of us not being familiar or knowing what or where our erogenous zones are, because it could be from our scalp, from the top of our head. There are stimulants to stimulate your scalp, to your ears, to what you smell, what you see, what you taste. I'm just touching myself all the way down to your behind your knees, your ankles, your toes. There are so many erogenous zones on our bodies, and to just hit one spot is kind of like defeating the entire purpose of being pleased. And that goes for men too. Men need to know their erogenous zones too. It might be the ears, it might be behind the neck, it might be the back, it's a lot of erogenous zones, and we have got to be still and talk to each other and communicate that. It's not just a hit it and quit it and let me reach my orgasm and I'm done. No, it's a lot that entails with that.
They can take that vibrator and put it up on your testicles, though. That's good.
That cock ring that vibrates.
That's
a magical thing.
That double pleasure. That's what I'm saying.
And we mentioned about prostate massages also. A lot of men are totally against.
I ain't doing that one. No, I ain't doing that one, bro. Nah,
So
I'm gonna skip that one.
I have to throw that out there. I have to throw that out there because the anal sex is a big thing for a lot of people, and and it's okay if a man is okay with his prostate being massaged by his woman, whatever.
But does that make him gay?
Absolutely not. If he
so
if he
well,
is,
so but it's so
if he don't, the thought after that happen gonna make him. Well, you guys, I ain't trying to cut y'all, but every man don't rock like that.
No, of course
you know
not.
what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Didn't say that.
And, you know, even I remember one time, a woman told me that little spot between your sack and your. No, you ain't.
There's nothing.
No, you ain't. Look at ball level on up, and stay around the rim. You ain't gotta be up there double twisting. Stay around. Yeah.
So, but the area that's between.
We have the same area. We have the same area.
Yeah, but get what though? Y'all have flesh. Ours is covered up. That means don't go there. It's covered up. That's a sign. It's covered up.
But it's not, as long as if it's not hitting your anus, if she's not hitting your anus, that little area right there, that's supposed to be. That's supposed to feel. It don't. You say it don't feel good?
Nah, I ain't never letting a woman get that. I ain't gonna let it happen. I got enough on the pole. I ain't got enough on the pole. They ain't gotta go that road.
Wait, hold on. Stop.
I don't know what type of women y'all been with. You know what I'm saying? That's they probably didn't have the coercion to take y'all there.
Okay.
They didn't have the finesse to take y'all.
No, I follow street signs. I want to follow street signs, bro. Detour, do not enter, left turn, right turn. Yeah,
and I'm not saying it's not like you said. It's not.
Going to my comments. Look, T. Davis said she said the parental is her favorite. She said that's her favorite area.
Is
T.
that T? We talked about that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, so that's just, you know, like I said, some do, some don't. It's not it's not. He said
you never say never.
Yeah, I do say never. Because let me tell you something. I have. Let me tell you, I'm real. I'm telling you. I'm not into anal sex. I'm not going up in yours. You damn sure ain't going up in mine. Gotcha. I like the jaws and the walls. Yeah, them jaws and them walls. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I like when that woman flavor tastes like Neapolitan and ice cream, them 3 flavors. I don't go in the trash can. I feel like that's like eating out your neighbor's trash can. That's just me on it. And I'm real about it. I don't knock people that do.
Right.
But I don't. And I say that I'll be 55 in 2 months.
Understood.
I still have it.
I'm the toy lady, so I have to share this information and tell these people all this stuff and everything that's out there and available to everything for everyone. No matter the gender, no matter the sexual orientation, they need to know these things. Women need to learn and understand their bodies as well as the men, because we've been getting this false information for so many years, for so long, and it's time to this is the age of pleasure, and you should by now be pleasing yourself by any means in any ways possible. And because for so long, even the women, for so long, we couldn't even control our own bodies. They were using mechanical vibrating machines on us to cure our anxiety or menopause. And we didn't even know what was going on. So that trauma do carry over to the next generation and so forth and so on, because women and men just don't know how to explain what's going on with their bodies, what they like, what they don't like. And then that's not even to go into the fetishes and the kinks that people are into.
But it's hard to get a blowjob now these days.
It's hard to get a blowjob?
Yeah.
Why?
I just
you said from who? He said
hey, man, bro, I don't know about this. It's hard. I mean, I went for some years, but man, I thought they were selfish. I'm serious. I ain't put all that in. They ain't talking about that. I said, you ain't got to put it all in. Just stay around the mushroom. Stay around the tip. They won't do that double hand, super head twist and all that.
That's internet. That's that all.
Right, exactly.
You know, they getting all that, that's the technique. Yeah. What was it? Jill Scott came up with that. She came out with all that. She did her
thing too. But I was jealous of that microphone. But I mean, some women, they selfish. Like, they'll let you eat them alive, but they ain't going to give you no brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I do that only for my man.
I have not had that experience. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah.
I have not. I mean, they like what they like.
Yeah. Or if they do it, they're only gonna do it for a certain amount of time.
I have not had that experience.
You ain't?
I have some real ghosts.
So let's talk real quick. Since we got the toy lady on the different types of toys. We're gonna run through this real fast so we can get back on topics. and determining what's the right type of toys. If for those that are curious about, and have never used toys, or that's interested in trying to, kind of explore toys. We brought some toys out here that we're gonna kind of run through real fast. Who they're for. No matter, like she said, it doesn't matter what sexual orientation that you are, they all are available. And like I said, one of my biggest things is that if you've never been into toys, and you're with a mate, go to the toy store together. Men, do not go to the toy store and just come home, with some doggone anal beads, and then she gonna be looking at you like, what's this for? Or who you been using this on? So I would say this: if you're curious about it, what? Oh, you want to hold them?
What is your suggestion to some first time users? Though?
Yeah, but first, you mean as an individual or as a couple?
As a couple.
As a couple, go together. But first, have a conversation. I mean, don't just say, "Hey, baby, I'm finna take you somewhere," and you just shock her and y'all pull up at, y'all going on a field trip. No, have a conversation, because the thing is that both men and women need to understand what they like. You have to kind of know what your partner likes. You have to talk about it and ask questions. Hey, babe, tell me what you like. Do you like your nipples sucked? Do you, what are things that actually turn you on that, that I can do for you? Because at the end of the day, it's not about being selfish. That's one of the issues that happens in relationships, is that, either the woman or the man, is thinking about self. But to build a true intimacy, you really have to be sure you want to be able to please your partner. You should be trying to please your partner. And have those conversations before you go and say, hey, let's try to spice up our sex life. Let's go, let's go to this place and let's just walk around and look. You may not even buy nothing, because I'm the type of person now. I get online and I shop for stuff. So I go in the sex toy store, and I'll see something I like. They got this little bullet right here. It's an anal bullet, and they got the little furry stuff on the back of it. Like, that's cute, but it goes in the anal, so you got to be comfortable with. Woman has to be comfortable with sticking this in their butt. But I'll go in there and I'll find this, and I'll look at the box and see what the brand is and what it looked like, and then I'll come home. I may not buy it out of the toy store, because I know I'm not paying for overhead. I may be able to find it cheaper online. So yeah, go to the toy stores and look around. If you don't want to pay the store price, get the information on what it is, and then come home and go online. You may find it on Amazon, because when I tell you that they got stuff on Amazon. I bought this on Amazon, and this is for men.
This for men. About 3,000, ain't it?
And then I bought this. This is for men too. This is one. This is a good one too. So
because women jaws get tired too.
How much you pay for this one?
I don't remember. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but I mean this is better than that one for sure. But and they even give it a lube and everything. But it's, but they got all, and then go on YouTube. I'm gonna tell you this. Go, if you're also curious about the reviews and whether or not if something works, go on YouTube. When I tell you they have so many videos on YouTube about sex toys and stuff for men and stuff for women. Now, one of my ultimate favorites, and this is like relationship shit. Like, this is like, I am big on role play. Women, if you like the role play and you want to spice things up with your man, you want to pretend to be a cat, you want a raccoon or whatever. Get you one of these.
That boy said
skunk. But
skunk though.
Man, listen. But so look, I'll say, so Walter said go on Esty too. So Esty even got toys on Esty.
See how they put the small business toy lady out of business.
Wow.
From Amazon to even Walmart sells.
Yeah.
Target do too.
Target has them. Also,
I ain't know Target had them. I knew Walmart had them.
Walmart got the rolls and everything.
Yeah,
all of it. So
but anal beads.
Yeah,
and let's
they're everywhere now.
Yeah, let's not forget the BDSM community, because the BDSM community is like, hey, look, I got my little purple rope. Hey, like, I'm a purple freak, but I got my purple rope. I got my little tickler thing, get that on,
Right. Listen.
Put that on.
You're gonna hit all your erogenous
zones. Right. But yes.
Toys go from being Wi-Fi, Bluetooth capable with remote control. Some of them are waterproof. Waterproof does not equate to submersible, so you have to keep that in mind. It's a lot you have to read the boxes. If you're dealing with or playing with toys that use batteries, excuse me, you should absolutely, after each use, take the batteries out. Batteries corrode. No matter what size or what type of battery it is, take it out and your toy will definitely last longer. If it's a rechargeable type toy, like Tiffany has showed a couple times before, if it's a rechargeable type toy, you don't want to overcharge those. You don't want to leave those plugged up over 48 hours.
It's like a phone. It's like keeping your phone overcharged, like plugged up.
You don't want to do that to extend the life of the toy. Cleaning is very important. You have to clean your toys, everything.
What do you recommend as far as cleaner?
You can use a toy cleaner, something water-based, antibacterial, but good old liquid dial does the trick also. And that's to wash everything before and after. You should be washing before and after.
Because if you don't, you can get an infection. Like women especially can definitely get bacteria infections
certain
from
of these material type of these plastics and some of the silicone. They do harvest bacteria. So that's why you have to clean them thoroughly before and after, and then store them properly. Store them in dry places. My toys, I usually wrap in a nice soft cloth, probably like a Crown Royal bag.
You said a Crown Royal. You know what? I ain't think about that. I got a bunch of Crown Royal bags.
That's where I found my way. This white bullet was a Crown Royal bag.
That's where you found her bullet at?
I was looking for a spare key because she had blocked me in. I found a Crown Royal. She had fresh Energizer batteries in there too.
So clean your toys, dry them out thoroughly, remove the batteries. That's most important. Unplug them when they're not in use. Very important to do those things. What was the other thing you had asked? I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
It was just about the different types of toys. Excuse me.
Yeah, the different types.
So like I said, from your head to your toe, there are so many different items out there for you to play around with, to try out and investigate for yourself.
So I have a question. Mm-hmm. So how do you feel about, what's you guys' opinion about the use of, because they got this new thing now that's called pegging. Mm-hmm. You know, where, women are pegging their significant others, right? And it's either with they're submissive, to where it's either the use of like the dildo, the dildo, the little something similar to like the little plastic one that's not that, or they have a strap on. So what's y'all opinion about that, guys?
Who going first? Because I can go first.
Go ahead.
I broke up with a woman.
My opinion is.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
I broke up with a woman when she bought
a strap on.
She bought the harness, but she didn't buy the thing to go in it. Mm-hmm. And I knew that she go both ways, so I really didn't know what her intentions were.
But why you just couldn't say no?
Because she didn't give me enough details. and it didn't really just. No, you're not going. We ain't doing that. And I like a lot of things. I do.
I don't mean to laugh. I'm not laughing. It's not funny.
I like a lot of things, but that's one thing that's a no.
You ain't gotta ask me that question.
I like a lot of things.
We ain't finna do that. You know what I'm saying? With
see,
any woman I date, I come in, they know who they dealing with.
Right.
They ain't gotta guess. They ain't gotta even play with me, ask me, but I ain't rocking like that.
So y'all have that conversation before y'all get serious, because it got to come up at some point in time.
I tell them the first conversation when we first talk, when we first meet, whether it be on black people, whatever meet, Facebook, whatever I met in person, whatever. Hey, I don't rock like that. I like the jaws and the walls. That's what I tell them. I don't go in no back door. Well, I'm gonna pass up the good spot to go to the dirty spot.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying? So once they understand that, then they already know. Well, they ain't gonna even ask me. Well, what about? Nah, the respect level is already established from the get go.
Well, now don't take it as being disrespectful.
But see, some people into so much wild shit, they get away from what the reality of actually intimacy is. You know what I'm saying? They won't try so much all the daredevil stuff, and they miss the point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so Yeah, I mean, we can flip positions, we can do, but we ain't gonna be going on no pegging and no, you know what I'm saying? Nah,
but it's good. It's healthy prostate.
Hey, look at I died with prostate cancer before I lived. Go
ahead, dog.
Yeah, and I rebuke that name of God. It ain't gonna, but everybody just don't go.
Yeah, but right, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like she said earlier, to each his own.
Well, do you know if you go to the doctor and get the prostate check, he going in now.
Well, that's why I got a female doctor. She got a little bit of hands. So I mean, I have to allow that.
You got to.
But I'm not going to allow that because I done had 3 drinks and come on, boo, got your leg up and chewed up over here. Let me put that lube on you. You go, you know what I'm saying? She doggy style. You know what you doing? I ain't going to doggy style. You get on all fours. Hell no.
But you said, wait, you said that you're not finna stuff. You're not gonna get that goddamn drunk.
Nah, I got 3 drink max. I got 3 drink max. You know, what you doing?
I done been
you ain't finna get behind me. You ain't even finna get behind me. I don't even let the woman hug me from the back. You know what I'm saying?
No, he said you ain't finna let her hug you from the back.
You can't hug me from the back. I don't like that. I don't like the woman. If we having sex, I don't let the woman to grab my ass. No. I'm gonna grab yours. You can't grab her. Keep that on the little baby.
Wait, so you said if you on top of a woman, y'all missionary, she can't put her hand on your ass and thrust you in?
I don't need that. Trust me, going in.
Oh my God.
Because I'm gonna have your legs so wide like it's a cable channel anyway. So, for real, you ain't.
I think like a fire.
You got some illegal channels in your ass.
Right. Wide open, everything
for real.
Yeah. I can't breathe. Hold on a second.
Then, you know, sometimes you be in the door that say wrong hole. You gotta know. Okay, I ain't mean that. You know what I'm saying? Let me wipe the mark. It might have touched the wrong. I don't want to cross contaminate. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, that's that. You can't do that.
So I ain't going. I don't even want it like that. I don't even want to slip in. Yeah. Right. You still in cable.
Right.
So going back to what I was saying, so making sure that you're choosing the right type of toys. Make sure you understand your mate. Make sure you're talking to, and you know, especially if you're a newbie, understand. You know, some women like more the vaginal penetration, and some women prefer the clitoral, and you got some women that prefer anal. I mean, I have a friend of mine, you know, that I've been knowing for decades, where she preferred anal over giving head. That was kind of like her thing, you know. She like that was her compromise. She ain't gonna. She ain't gonna.
Woman like that too.
She ain't gonna. I hope it's not the same person I
know. She said, "No, not my jaws, but my walls." Like
yes. So that was her compromise. She, you know, because she knew it was certain guys that like to have anal. So she was good at anal, but she was not sucking no penis. But so you have to know your mate, know what they like. Yes.
But explain to the fellas about y'all getting an orgasm versus y'all just hitting.
Right.
And no orgasm. Because a lot of men be confused about that, because you'll say, I ain't trying to get nothing. I just want to just do it.
What?
You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
This is what I've learned from a woman. Coming and that orgasm is two different things. They come and all in between. They're having many orgasms, But the one that they're looking for, a lot of times it comes from topical stimulation. Sometimes if a man is not into pleasing this woman in that manner, because it may take a little while, you might want to get you a dildo. You might want to get you something that you can work with.
Some help.
And you get you some help, because it may take a little while for you to find that in a woman. And, you know, it's like we was talking about earlier about the erotic zones. You have to hit a number of places when dealing with a woman.
Men be feeling like every time we go in,
that ain't it.
Get y'all one.
That ain't it.
Feeling like that.
That ain't it. That's
I don't
for us.
mind that though.
That's for us.
What you mean?
Because
trying to get you
right
every time.
It's ways you take that route though.
Right.
It's ways you take that route. Because you could take like that bullet right there you got.
This one?
Yeah. That one, now the other one over there, the silver bullet, right? You could take that bullet and put that inside 1 inch inside a woman's uterus to a G spot. You take the other hand, spread them lips apart while you licking, and you got that, she gonna get hers. She gonna get hers. And get what? When it starts to that uterus start to constrict, you know she there. All you gotta do stay on that spot. It's like driving a standard. Stay in first gear. Quit trying to go through the gear. If she moaning in first gear, keep your ass in first gear because she gonna get it.
Do we need to go in with the agenda of trying to get you on every time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go in with that agenda.
Ain't no use of slacking, brother, when you're packing.
She'll say,
That's
let you know.
I'm gonna tell you, like, even with me though, you know what I'm saying? For me personally, man, I ain't got to get one every time. You know what I'm saying? Because long as
the woman get up.
Yeah. Long as
we're not selfish.
Good. I ain't tripping about that.
So if you don't get yours, does that mean that you gonna, after she fall asleep, you gonna run in the bathroom and go jack off?
No.
I'm waking
hold on. Say, I'm gonna tell you, this is the game over.
I'm waking
This is the game over. Me personally, first of all, when I get with a woman, I make her get hers first.
Right.
Leave, come back next time, get her again. Third time, by third time, she gonna lock you in her house. She gonna block you in her driveway, and she wanna know what else you got going. Cause you done took care of her 3 times. It builds up her curiosity level. Cause most men are selfish lovers, so they don't think. Yeah, you got to get multiple before I turn around and decide to give you the rest of it. Because it's gonna build up your curiosity. You're like, damn, what do you got next?
She gonna be hunting for you with a flashlight.
Exactly, that's what you want.
No, you don't want that.
Yeah, you want that.
you don't want that.
Depending on who
you want
she
it for the
is,
right one.
Exactly. Yeah,
You don't want it for
exactly.
the wrong
But what
one.
I'm saying is, you can't go in there and say, I'm gonna stir it up like coffee. Because you might fool around and get yours and she don't get hers.
Right.
So you gotta make sure your job is going there to please that woman first. And then sit back and reap the benefits of it. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
Ladies, y'all hear that? Please.
So, I think we kind of touched a little bit about the benefits of incorporating toys into relationships, but just to kind of bring it in, people that, in relationships or couples or, a lot of people that don't, incorporate sex toys that should. You have to look at the benefits of it. If you've been with somebody for a long time, things get monotonous. You doing the same positions, you doing, and you just, people get comfortable. You have kids, and you got work. I mean, you just it's just life happens, right? You have to look for opportunities and ways if you are sexual, or if you've lost, that enjoyment, wherever, how you started in your relationship. My dad always tell me, so whatever way you start a relationship, you got to keep it up. You can't start a relationship, sucking dick and, doing all this extra stuff just to get that person. And once you get them, then you switch up, and then all of a sudden, you don't want to do that no more. Or, I don't want to give head, or I don't want to eat pussy.
Because we change over the years.
Yeah, people grow.
They grow up and people grow apart.
Menopausal state, men go through their midlife crisis state. Erectile dysfunction is
but that's sexual health.
It is
sexual health, and it's something that can be fixed. Yeah. Just because you get at a certain age and you're experiencing those dryness. That can be corrected. Everything that you go through you don't have to say you accepting that.
Right.
Go to the doctor, get your blood work done, get some information. Yeah. They got testosterone shots, they got the hormone replacement pellets, for menopause that helps with high flashes, night sweats, memory loss, low libido. All that stuff can be corrected on both sides. You don't have to accept your fate because you're getting older. You don't, don't use that. Please don't use that as excuses. If I run across somebody and I can sense and I can tell somebody, a man, when they experience an ED, because I'm like, if your shit is like squishy, I'm like, okay, hey, don't sit up and pretend like this. You always been squishy. I'm sure at some point in time you was rock hard, right? So don't sit up and try to pretend like you just like, oh, I ain't nothing wrong with me.
Right.
It's something wrong with you. Go get checked. Go get it checked, because it can be fixed. You won't have to be sitting there running around and not really pleasing women when you think you are, and you got women. Yeah, and have women lying to you and having you think that you doing something, and we in there,
Right.
You gotta look at the feet and the breathing when they do that. Make sure they tell you the truth.
Yeah, look at the
you know, when they reaching for shit ain't there and they breathe and change and they eyes rolling back their head, they toes curl where they can grip the ceiling fan. She ain't gonna fake on you then.
Ain't in there. She ain't talking
but look at if she making them noise and fire up nails, chewing gum and flipping channel TV, nigga, you ain't doing nothing. Man.
Right. Cause I'll be on my phone and I get on my goddamn porn channel and I, you know.
Well, they stopped Pornhub now, you know that.
No, they didn't stop XNSX. They ain't stopped that. They stopped Pornhub. Pornhub is, you can go to XNXX and find Pornhub and X videos.
Okay.
I'm just letting y'all know that.
It's one of my favorites.
Make your own videos, man. They got these.
He said, "Make your own videos."
Watch yourself and watch yourself together. You know, make your own.
You can't be no celebrity and TMZ get hold to it.
Oh, please.
So Nugent said throughout the relationship there are times when you have to have different conversations as you two grow. The thrill is still there once both become open. No embarrassment, right? You know, you've been with that person for a long time. It should be no room for embarrassment. Nothing, none, because y'all love each other. Y'all wouldn't be where you are if you didn't care about each other. So, you know,
sometimes a man have to be himself. You got to come home and eat a little pussy. You got to come home and eat a little pussy and leave that woman alone and leave her alone. Sometimes you got to be herself. You ain't got to expect she gonna take care of you. You know, you taking care of your business. She gonna take care of you.
Catch her early in the morning before she start her day.
Yeah, they send off to work happy, right?
See, that work husband should be the first one that she tell her that she smell good, look good.
Got to do that, right?
And the same thing goes for a man. The same thing. The flip side. Right. You know, y'all women got to get up, you know, and start, you know, wake him up with some head, you know, shit. Right. That motherfucker be thinking he dreaming and shit, and they say, you know, you guys
go meet him at lunch.
I don't know, everybody got that goddamn kind of time. But anyway,
you work from home, you do. All y'all that work from home, y'all go get y'all money.
Hey, spontaneity is the key. Spontaneous shit is the key. You know, do some shit that they not expecting. You
can't make it tell your homegirl to go meet him for lunch.
You shut up.
That's me a while.
I'm just kidding to the married folks.
So, before we close tonight, let's talk about the future of sex toys, right? What you think the future is, Miss Toys?
Immaculate. Virtual reality, long distance sexual encounters. It's gonna be artificial intelligence is gonna be.
Look, AI finna take over.
There's gonna be a way, and I can't remember which movie it was. I can't remember which movie it was, but
I remember the movie you talking about. The two dudes were playing. They were playing. He the one played on Avengers. He one played Avengers, but he was playing the female with the other guy.
I saw that.
They met up and kissed. But no, they got a sex toy now that, like, say, if me and you was together and I was in Seattle and you was in Washington D.C. and I was whatever you do to that toy, I could feel it.
Yes. Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah, and vice versa.
So that's what is coming to. It's already there. That part is already there. The life size and life-like
female.
Sex dolls.
The
sex dolls. Yeah, sex dolls.
The sex dolls.
He said it's $10,000.
Immaculate. You can get it. You can get him, black, white, of any race that you want.
That's gonna
a pretty penny, but they have everything that you have. I mean, it has a throat that can
talk to.
It moves his head and his eyes moves, and it'll do certain words. Now they're progressing to that, so you'll be able to cater to a voice, a look, a hairstyle, and all of that in this life size.
No more beauty shops.
He said, "Oh my God!" He said, "I ain't got to worry about."
Holds her down with a pressure washer. Put her ass back up.
Live in the bathtub, all of that. Yeah, she's waterproof. He's waterproof. Submersible in the water. Just.
Yes, I don't want to go. I can't go that deep. I'm not trying to replace. I'm not trying to replace them.
I don't want to carry her around. That's why I ain't gonna be carrying her around.
Easy
I ain't doing that.
Total.
But that's the future of the toy.
Ain't nothing gonna replace a woman.
Absolutely, and nothing can replace a man.
Oh, I'm glad you said that.
Nothing can replace a man.
Nothing. And remember that, guys and
these
women.
These things are just what we call them, toys. And we're just playing with these things temporarily.
I made a
we
post one
need a human live being.
It's a means to an end. I tell people all the time, it's about mind over matter. It's just a means to an end. Right. Seriously, because again, we want relationships. We want human interaction. We want that intimacy with a warm body. Mm-hmm. And
8.6 degrees. You can't replace that.
I had a whole sex machine one time, and I ended up having to not giving it away, but I sold it. I had a sex machine.
With all the attachments.
No wonder.
That's the one. That's the machine that got
like
the little. They got
they go in and out like
that motherfucker. No, it don't just go. They go.
Oh yeah. I make it work with control on that one.
Hey, man,
like a mechanical bull.
Yeah, it's like exactly.
So
what I noticed myself, is that the more you use it, the more you have to increase it, And so for myself, I ended up getting rid of it simply because I did not want to desensitize myself.
Right. It's
because when I started realizing I was having to like go up in speed and go up, I was like, oh hell no, because ain't no man was gonna be able to compete with it. But I recognized in myself, because I didn't want to get to a point to where I wasn't going to be able to enjoy a man. Right. I actually said, okay, you know what? I need to get rid of this shit. This is fucking dangerous.
Cold turkey.
And I went through the same thing with when I had my clit ring. I took my clit ring out when I started realizing it was taking me longer to masturbate because I was like, I was getting desensitized. I took it out, and my shit went back, it went back to normal. But, women have to pay attention. You got to gauge it. When you start getting, you got to back off that shit. Yeah. It's not
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, same thing with masturbating. No lie.
But see, it's hard to use a condom when you got your hands, some baby oil gel that warmed up.
Right.
Yeah, I mean it's
hard. Wait. Say that again.
A manic.
I say when you
a manic masturbator.
Right.
Yeah, I believe I'm doing records and distance too. Anyway, no, but it's like that. So therefore, you don't want to be like, it's hard. It's like taking a plastic bag from the cleaners and tying around your neck. You can't breathe when you used to. Kink. Right, I'm saying when a man masturbates, he don't use no condom. He use baby oil, gel, or Vaseline,
right.
So that's his hand and that oil.
Yeah.
So you turn around and get a woman that say you gotta use a condom.
Put a condom on. It's a whole different.
Johnson gonna be like, man, what are you doing, man? You smothering me. You know what I'm saying?
Is this?
Yeah. So you gotta. It's ways you gotta turn around and chill out for a while.
Chill out for real.
Yeah.
A man have to desensitize himself. You got to.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and I said it goes both ways. So I'm really hoping that you guys have really learned some things and been have been able to.
I say we need a part 2.
Yeah, we could use a part 2. Well, I'll let the viewers decide. But the whole goal is to try to build a healthy relationship. Whether or not if you're single in a relationship, no matter what your sexual orientation is. I'll let you guys decide on whether or not we need to have a part 2. But I really, really appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you were able to get some valuable information, especially if you were or are not a toy user, or if you were open to it. I'm hoping that you can have those conversations with your mate. And then if you're single and you've never used toys before, venture out. They got these 24-hour newsstands that's open all night long, all day, 24 hours. You can go.
Don't get caught up in that now. Just get your toys on.
Listen, right. They got some 24-hour newsstands. They got way more than toys in there. They got a whole section in there for other stuff, movies. Listen, okay, this is for like people with small stuff, but that ain't meant for people with you got to go and do your research. That's why I say go on YouTube. They got people on there. They got like slews of toys for all kind of different things. They rate them and let you know which ones are good to buy. So if you have any questions or any comments or that, please leave them in the comment section. I appreciate you guys for joining me this week. Stay tuned for next week. I will not release in terms of what the conversation will be about, but stay tuned. I'd like to thank my guests for coming out. I really appreciate you guys. I hope they'll be able to. on the next show. Like, share, and comment. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unofficial Sex Therapist. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode.